No, I am calling bullshit.
¿Por qué?
Him.
Oh, okay. But you're calling me, so the implication is I am bullshit.
No, not you. I'm calling bullshit on him.
Okay.
Because of this.
All right, we're checking with the refs. Refs are giving a signal. Yes, they are confirming bullshit. They are confirming the call. 5-yard penalty. You now have to review from your toy room.
That's perfect.
Not happening.
Alright, well, I guess we should get this review started.
Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Ha! This show's now demonetized. Yeah.
With that in mind, I am the Kaiju no Kami with the Peanut Gallery.
We're Peanuts? I'm Snoopy.
Wait! Does that mean I'm Lucy?
No, you're Woodstock.
Woodstock?
My petite sidekick.
I don't know, you sure it's not stout?
No.
Okay, we've got...
I'm Cruellica Kain, by the way.
And I'm Silver Quill, or the Snoopy of the group, apparently.
No.
Yes.
I do like Woodstock.
We've got Planters and Royal Gold?
Royal Diamond.
Yes, Royal Diamond.
I'm royalty? Kiss the royal hand, bitch.
Ew, I don't know where that's been.
Yes, you do. You've been with it all night.
Okay.
That phrasing.
Who says otherwise? Check out these sleek lines. They've grasped many a Diet Coke.
Grasped many a Diet Coke.
And helped me cut a chicken parmesan.
Ooh.
No, they look like they've been using the Demon's Driver for a little bit too long.
You're saying I got the hands of an 80-year-old?
Yep.
Dang, that cold. That harsh.
Alright, so we are talking about Kamen Rider Revice, episode 19.
Or how many betrayals can one guy suffer?
It's a betrayal with a betrayal that's inside of a betrayal, man.
Okay, you know what term I hate? Double spy or double agent. Because, I'm sorry, anybody who's a spy is typically already a double agent of some sort.
But that's not what they mean.
I know, but she's like a spy inside of a spy inside of a spy. So who
She's a babushka.
A babushka?
Isn't that those little dolls, one within the other within the other?
A babushka is not the nesting dolls.
Oh, what do we call them then? Oh.
Nesting dolls.
No, they're,
Babushka, I think, is like a hair thing.
She could be that too.
No.
She might have the hair for it.
the nesting dolls are the, oh shit, why can't I think of the name now?
Oh no. Oh, this is my bad. A headscarf tied under the chin, typical those worn by Polish and Russian women.
I said babushka!
Okay.
What's a nesting doll called then? Because it's not a nesting doll.
I am Polish! I know what a babushka is.
You're from Buffalo.
And Buffalo is a big Polish community.
You're from...
It's half Italian, half Polish. That's why I don't know why he lived there.
Oops.
Because you are neither.
Matryoshka.
Yeah, the Matroshka.
Matroshka.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I've offended just about 5 cultures in the span of 2 minutes.
Matroshka.
Well, either way, she's one of those nesting dolls. Matroshka.
Yeah, not a babushka.
Well, I don't know. She might rock a scarf. I don't know.
Well, it is Kamen Rider. Scars are like their thing.
Is this flowing? Wait. Of the two, only Vice has a scarf.
Yeah. He loves to
the-
scarf people down.
But he's the real Kamen Rider then.
Okay.
What if Icky is really just Vice's sidekick?
When you say icky, it's like, ew, icky. It's icky.
You say?
Icky. Not icky. Icky.
Alright, so anyway, we've got an episode dedicated to Hiromu.
Supported by
Hiromi.
Icky.
So,
Wait, is that how I should say it from now on?
Icky.
Well, I enjoyed Icky in this episode. He was full of brightness and energy and the usual busybody. Hooray for Icky.
okay, I feel like I really do feel like this episode was like 5 minutes long because all that really happened was we met the girl at the cemetery, Chigusa. Hiromi is refusing to give up the demon's driver, which is now talking to him. I'm just waiting for him to pull out his blue eyes white dragon.
That's the reason he says that is because the voice actor for Kaiba Seto in Yu-Gi-Oh! The original Yu-Gi-Oh! Not the Yu-Gi-Oh! In America.
Well, technically, no, it's not the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. It's the second Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Because the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime did not...
It had Kaiba with green hair.
Yep.
I meant...
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime that matters.
The Forbidden Season.
Which was pretty much the... Okay, so Season 0
is pretty much... Okay. That's not even a sentence!
We're off to a great start tonight. I don't think we've
Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 is the equivalent to the... translated from the manga to anime form as to what 4Kids did when they brought the Duel Monsters anime to America.
Okay, this is truly not a discussion about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Babushkas.
Or Matroshka?
Matroshka. With Iki.
Matroshka.
See, we're just getting our terms down before we start the proper review.
Apparently, we want to make sure we don't offend anyone.
Oh,
or if we do offend anyone, we offend everyone.
Are you kidding me? Everyone's like, I'm offended! Yeah!
That means I'm with the in crowd, right?
I want to be with the IT crowd.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
No.
Well, okay. So, as we began this episode, I kept asking, who's that lady? Where's she come from? Everyone's acting like she's really important and super involved. And I'm like, I don't remember her, and that might be kind of racist of me.
Well, nobody understood my frustration. So we find out at the commander's headstone that he was born in 1985. I am pissed off because I am older than that commander.
We're all older than him.
We're all older than him. Now, Kaiju is saying, well, he's not going to get any older, so... But that doesn't matter. We're still older. The gap is only going to increase with that rhetoric.
No, he just doesn't matter anymore because he's dead.
Now,
that's even worse!
Now, meanwhile, I've had 2 friends in the past week say, oh, don't worry, I'm catching up to you in ages. And I'm like, no, you're not!
You'll never...
Because I am still advancing in age. Why do you think you're catching up to me?
I don't get it. I think I shared the story about the little girl who said, oh yeah, she's catching up to me in age. It's like, no, never. Unless, like, this nihilistic fuck's response, unless you die, nobody can catch up to you.
Even then, that doesn't really work.
No.
Well, it's like sleeping. You technically can't catch up on sleeping. You either slept or you didn't. There is no catching up on sleep. Sleep that's lost is lost forever.
Do you need a nap?
No.
Okay. He should take a nap. Okay, nevertheless, let's get back on the chisel with Revice.
Okay, so after we have this scene of the tombstone where another guy gets introduced who apparently is all pissed off and doing his tsundere mode on, he's the worst of us.
It's not like you're my commander.
We cut to Iki and his family, where
Iki.
Where the dad is like, oh yeah, I've got the worst disease ever, a cavity.
No. He can set it up better with the whole dramatic.
Oh, everyone, I've gotten the worst possible disease. I want you to take care of your mother if anything should happen to me. It has the worst possible name. A cavity! And scene.
But it was ridiculous! Because obviously, if you've been watching the show, or if you've been watching our reviews, I say reviews with quotations because we're not the most literal with our reviews.
Literal, that's putting it generously.
He does not have a heart.
Well, we don't know if it's him. It could be Hiromi they were talking about.
Or what about Iki?
No, I seriously think they're talking about the dad not. Hiromi has the body of an 8-year-old. He still has a heart.
Maybe but that might be the point. They want us to think it might be the dad that doesn't have the heart. It could be a bait and switch.
Or it could be...
that you're putting too much
It's called intrigue.
Or it could be Hikari-chan. I mean, he seems pretty damn heartless. Except for when he apologizes to Iki.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we get the dinner scene, and Vice is all like, come on, I want to have some. So Iki lets him come out, and he goes to eat the curry that he's been craving for the last 19 episodes, and the mom's like, nope, you try to eat me.
You know, I can appreciate... Normally it's like, don't hold a grudge, but if someone tried to devour me, I would maybe be into that. I don't know. But I'd probably also take it on a very personal level.
Well,
I want the tooth, the whole tooth, and nothing but the tooth.
I can skip the teeth, thanks.
I kind of appreciate her saying, I have not forgiven you yet. Because she went to the hospital for this. It wasn't like he wanted to chomp on her. And right before we cut away to Daiji and Iki talking.
Now I've got her doing it.
Talking, you hear him in the background before they cut out on the subtitles say, I only wanted to nibble. Like, that makes it better. That's like the Donner Party, which we were talking about earlier today, not on camera, saying, oh, I just
sampled a few of my friends and decided which one was best.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really wish they could have subtitled the argument.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm just thinking now. I was just sampling them. I was looking for the best match.
Oh. Oh god, no, I'm just thinking of build.
We're building.
Yes,
we're building on past seasons, so we can be the one. Be the one. All right.
I have that song on my phone.
As do I.
In English and Japanese.
As do I.
Because we are super nerds.
Super nerds.
Not just any nerds. Super nerds.
But this episode did feel like it flew by. Because the next thing we had as well is we had a scene between Julio and Sakura. Because Julio wanted to see if Sakura could speak some sense into Aguilera, which obviously we all know is not going to happen because she's a Gifu fangirl.
But also, he stopped calling himself Julio.
Now he's Tamaki.
And then we have the boy that owns nothing showing up, like watching her do this, and then follows her to Aguilera.
I'm watching him.
And grimacing the whole way.
Well, we're watching everyone.
You know what I mean. We don't know what's going on with that creepy-ass family, and he is stalking her.
And Sakura was genre savvy enough to not go into the dark hallway with the green light at the end. Even though that was a total tease. It's Kamen Rider Blue Balls.
I was not trusting him. But I do want to know what this family is about. And I'm curious why we haven't seen the Papa and Mama recently.
Give them time. I mean, it's better that they appear when they have relevance to the story rather than...
Oh, just to be there.
Although I appreciate how the dynamic between Arugula and Sakura... Arugula, artichoke, has flipped. It used to be that the lady was tempting Sakura with her powerlessness. Now Sakura is telling her to wake up and kicking her ass if that's what it takes.
Well, I was actually really impressed by that because, like you said, the power dynamic has really shifted because I was like, Sakura, you've gotten your ass kicked every single time you've gone against her. How do you know? But as he said while we were watching the episode, she got her Mortal Kombat on, so...
Mortal Kombat, Kitana. Flawless victory.
But, well, also, though, I like, you have that change in dynamic, but it also shows now how unfocused Aguilera is. Because she no longer, you could tell because the way she doesn't have the mindset that she is meant to be Gifu's bride.
Yep.
Then we saw the new crazy captain.
Oh yes, Mr. You're the worst of us.
No, the
Oh wow, we have to specify how many bad captains were in this.
Okay, the guy. Well,
The guy with the gloves.
You mean totally not villain glove guy?
yes.
Totally not
The guy
villain glove
who makes
guy.
you think you're gonna be the hero of this story because everybody is just like, you're evil.
Totally not villain glove guy.
Because I feel like what's gonna happen is everybody is gonna think of him as being like the big baddie, and then he's gonna be like some really, really good person that you're like, wait, he was the reason we're all alive?
He is a villain.
No, I kind of hope
That's very Glovist of you.
No,
they'll
he's
do
a
it like
villain.
a bait and switch.
Nope,
here.
he's a villain.
Why do you think he's a villain?
Because he's got the gloves. He's totally a villain.
Oh, so people can't wear gloves?
Not like that. Villains wear gloves like that.
Like what?
The way he does.
Okay, please explain.
He's wearing gloves inside a giant airship. He doesn't need those types of gloves.
Are you sure?
Yes, because he's totally a villain. Because it's going to turn out his hands are scarred because he's a villain.
Why are his hands scarred?
Because he's a villain. Because
What?
all villains have scars on their body.
No, they don't.
Have you not watched James Bond? Every villain's got a scar or somewhere.
I've watched more than James Bond. Apparently all you know is just James Bond.
I just remember Mrs. Brisby. You never saw Secret of Nim?
No.
She scarred and burned her hands, saving the lives of her children. And she had bandages on them. And maybe, sure, she might wear gloves later in life. Were you telling me Mrs. Brisby's a villain?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you bastard.
I don't even know who this character is. So.
Oh, he hasn't seen Secret of Nim. I can't work with these
The
people.
hell is Secret
I
of Nim?
cannot work with people who have not seen Secret of Nim. I'm going to go put on my black gloves.
The hell is Secret of Nim?
Time Blues movie. It was one of the best animated films
Oh, I think I've heard of it now.
in American cinema.
Is that the one with the mouse?
Yes, it's the one with the man.
Okay, didn't Nostalgia Critic do something on that one time?
That was the sequel, which is of far inferior quality.
Okay, whatever.
No, this is the... We are watching The Secret of Nim.
Well, to be honest, I've actually never seen it either.
Ooh! Booyah, bitch!
I am working with Crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Y'all mad at me because I can't speak Russian. You can't even watch cartoons.
I've never... Okay, I was picking on you because you called the Russian nesting dolls a babushka. That was my problem. You called it a babushka.
And now I know it's a matrushka or whatever.
Matroshka.
See, how do you know more about Russian than seeing a Don Bluth movie?
Because he knew a bunch of Russian people back in Buffalo.
Oh, wow, I knew about. I worked with a girl who's from Russia.
With love?
With love. I was about to say.
And we're back in
Who taught
harmony.
me about
We're back in harmony
stuff.
now. But now I have a clear mission, everyone watching. I must get these two to see The Secret of Nim, if only so they can witness the animation spectacle.
But in all reality, saying a villain is wearing gloves because they have scars, and that all villains have
saying
scars
a villain that's wearing gloves to
is
you
is
can't
stupid.
You can't admit he's a villain.
I don't believe he's a villain.
Fine. In about 20 episodes, when we find out the truth, I'll be like, ha, told you, all, told you.
You didn't tell me?
Told you.
Well, you didn't.
Tendo.
You didn't.
Tachibana. Tamagotchi.
Look,
This is why I'm happy I don't have a trigger word.
Oh, we've got plenty of trigger words for you, Missy. Wow. The tension is...
But after we get the whole situation with Julio,
Not Julio, the artist formerly known as Julio.
he's not Prince though. We then go to Olteka,
Who's still a bastard?
who's still a bastard. So he uses Chigusa to try to do that feminine sympathy play
Oh, the puppy eyes.
with Daiji and Iki. Because
Iki, tasty.
itchy.
The commander's feeling itchy and scratchy, icky.
But they're talking about his health because Hiromi had fainted while they were at the tombstone. Not the actual tombstone that's in Arizona, but the tombstone with the commander.
The commander, yeah.
And
Wow, and you realize there isn't even a body to bury.
But so then she reveals to them, yeah, I'm a double agent, I'm a spy for this, blah, blah, blah. You gotta go help him because he passed out. So they go and talk to him, and he's like, I worked hard to become a Kamen Rider because I was a weakling, and then my commander gave me this pep talk that made me powerful. And I have to be a Kamen Rider.
that's like every crime movie or every cop movie I've ever seen. They start out as like an idiot or weak or...
They've got to build up.
Yes.
Oh, build up. Although, here's the thing. Let us recall to the very first couple episodes. The commander was saying, yeah, you're demoted, you're going to have to rebuild. Much harsher and colder than the pep talk we witnessed in this episode.
Well, that's because that commander was dead. That was the chameleon at that point.
But they bought it at the time.
Well,
I believe that was a rare moment of empathy from the commander in the past.
but his friend Tatsuhiko Hiko actually even said that. How you were around him the most, how did you not know the commander was the commander? Which is a fair point if you honestly think about it. That he was by his side so frequently that he should have known what the commander was like before to after. So it makes you wonder what drove them to ignore this.
Well, I mean, he had failed to use the Revice driver and unleashed his own demon on the populace. He probably was not in a good headspace immediately after.
But even thereafter, he was still different.
And demons, it's hard to keep it all straight. I think he was still in a weird headspace.
No, I appreciate that, but I think it's a good criticism to have because you trust people to recognize these things. And it is a good allegory if you think about it for anyone who has like a mental health issue or anything like that, that...
You're so close to them, how can you not see the warning sign?
Exactly.
So I like when, okay, so Iki and gang get essentially tricked into going to this warehouse.
Triggered.
And I like how he just realizes, wait a minute.
This
Oh
seems odd.
crap. So he leaves to everyone, his brother and all of the soldiers to take care of the grunts. Well, he goes and goes to be hero. Then obviously, yeah, we have the betrayal scene, and it was really cool when the demon's driver says to Hiromi, "Give me your soul." And as you were like, Soul Reaver, yeah, something I could do a Soul Reaver reference to.
Well, that's all I thought of because every time you ever talked about Soul Reaver, it was the fact that the sword takes the life of its master, and the reason it doesn't...
No, not exactly its master, but it takes the life of those who, anyone that is killed by the blade.
Well, because it's a dead guy who holds the Soul Reaver.
Essentially, yeah, because only the undead can wield the blade.
I'm a little surprised at how quickly you're moving through this, given how much more enjoyable this has been than many of the Toku shows we've seen.
Oh, no, it's just...
But because we kind of skipped over when Daiji challenges Iki on the fact that he's not being his usual busybody self. And that's because Iki is pondering everything he's processed so far. He's still a busybody.
Well, I don't think the busybodiness has changed. What I think it really is is over these last few episodes, you've actually seen him taking, like you said, a more critical look at things. He's not where we started the series where he would run into the conflict head first. Now that we're at episode 19, he's kind of evolved from this, I'm just going to rush in and save the day come hell or high water.
He's going to rush in?
Matroshka.
He now...
Or is it babushka?
He now tries to evaluate what it is because he doesn't want to make undue assumptions. Which, if you think about it on a character development spectrum for storytelling, it is very impressive. Because the one thing that we've had complaints on for so many recent Toku series is that we're not seeing this character development or this weaving of a narrative going through the process.
Agreed.
Huh.
Huh? Oh, no.
Oh, you just look like you were having this whole inner monologue without us being involved.
No. I was thinking something.
I also appreciated that Vice was willing to give the bad guy a seat. Just, this is a really good chair.
Oh, I thought of wrestling at that particular moment.
What's this? Vice has a steel chair? Oh, that's a hard hit right there, Lizard. Let's not forget that Oteka is kind of an asshole, so I don't feel that bad for him.
Well, Oteka is technically at this point the chairman of the Deadmans.
Gracias, dead man.
And we're teased with the truth. Actually, this annoyed me a little. Miss Double Agent. Mm-hmm. And by the way, when I hear Double Spy, all I can think of is a Transformer.
Yeah, that was definitely not translated well.
But when she says, "Oh, you don't know the truth behind Phoenix," here, I'm staring at you both and could answer your questions right now, but I'm just going to say, gracias, dead mans. Get back here, you tease! Get back here, finish a complete thought!
Well...
Why you gotta be doing this? You're tearing me apart, Miss Double Spy.
Well, in all honesty...
It's all going to relate to the man with gloves who is totally not a villain.
In all honesty, obviously there's more going on. There usually is with these types of things.
Yeah, but usually it builds to this point where it's a big disappointment. I mean, Wizard was kind of a letdown. Build I liked, but still kind of a letdown. Gaim is probably the best because it's not like no one's really in control.
Yeah.
Well,
but I mean, and Ghost, was there ever a really big oh my god moment at the end? No, I don't think there was. Even though
what about 01?
Well, then you find out it's all the narcissist's fault. And somehow he's supposed to become your best bud then because he misses a dog? That's bullcrap! I love dogs and even I say that's bullcrap.
So, that's actually a point I saw somebody mention on Twitter because someone posted I'm loving Revice, but we're about to hit the 20s, and this is usually the point where a lot of the most recent Kamen Rider series have completely stalled out on during their runs for the next 10 episodes. So he's like, I hope we're not going to have that problem happen with Revice.
It's the same lady will show up every episode for 10 just say, so are you finally learning the truth about Phoenix? What is the truth? Bye! And she just wanders off. It's like, come back!
Fool you!
I kind of hope for the second arc that...
No, the arc is 01.
You know what I mean. I hope for this stage of the series that we're going to get Aguilera and Olteka's demons
exercise.
I don't think that'll happen.
Or at least one of the two.
I think Julio's going to end up having to reunite with his demon.
Artist formerly known as Julio.
To save Aguilera.
I like your theory that he might become the next Demons.
Depending on how they go with Hirumi, I could see him, becoming the next demon.
Well, here's the question.
Or another Kamen Rider, since they're bound to introduce a new Kamen Rider in the next 5 episodes.
Well, here's a question for you. Based on the trailer, for the next episode, they basically call it Hiromi's Last Battle. Now, do you think they could make, in a Kamen Rider series, in a well, it's not even Neo Heisei.
Reiwa?
In a Reiwa, I'm going to call it Neo Heisei. Because even though it's a Reiwa, it's still going on some of those formulas. Do you think for a true modern Kamen Rider post-decade, do you think they'll actually make the ultimate sacrifice on a character and off them?
No.
They've done it a couple times.
Okay.
Well, in Gaim, we had it happen to a few people.
Okay, that's Gen Orobuchi. I'm going to exclude him because Gen will kill every single character if he has a choice.
Well, hang on. The Acorn guy lost his driver and gave his life. He was a tragedy.
Yes.
Just as a portent. And then the Peach girl, she died.
And Baron.
And Baron was at the very end.
Yeah.
But none of them, ironically, made the sacrifice play for others.
And then
they were tragedies or losses to...
Well, and that's where
Chaser.
I'm coming from. Chaser.
From Drive.
Okay. One, we have not seen the second half of Drive, so I'm not going to count that because I don't know.
But he still died.
But we don't know if it was a sacrifice or a tragedy.
He came back for Geo.
See, how I look at this as, if Hiromi were to die, based on how the trailer, I would look at that as a sacrifice, not as a tragic end. Do you think they have the guts?
Select?
Not select, but do you think they have the wherewithal to actually do something like that?
You thought you were free of trigger, didn't you? Oh, is Guts Select a new trigger word?
Guts.
Wait, I'm hearing the last of his will drain out of his body right there. Or is it breath? I get those mixed up.
Are you trying to do Zen?
Kaiju, I'm sorry, you're the least Zen person I
No
know.
shit.
Leave me alone. Anyway,
I don't think the great sages ever said, "I'm good, leave me alone." If they're one with the universe, it's like, "I'm good, can you get me a soda?" That I could buy.
But what do you think?
I don't know, because again, it's hard because all the Kamen Rider series since Gaim have been copying Gaim. So it depends if they decide to break their tropes that they've been doing since post Gaim.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, because every series since Gaim has tried to redo Gaim, having multiple Kamen Riders as villains, just like the formulaic aspects.
Oh, okay, let's
That this one has been breaking the tropes by not having an evil Kamen Riders be the villains.
Okay.
Well, let's look at some elements of Gaim. Multiple Kamen Riders, a larger organization, an eccentric genius who is pursuing his own agenda. What else was involved with Gaim? Shifting alliances. That's all I'm thinking of at the moment.
My God, that sounds like 01.
Lots of dancing. Lots of dancing.
No, don't get me wrong. I love 01. It's still one of my favorite Kamen Riders. But I was like, wait, like elements of 01.
Exactly. Even the producer of Shirakura has said he thinks the Kamen Rider is in need of having a big formulaic change-up since they haven't changed it since Gaim.
Well, I think we're off to a good start with duo riders of Revi and Vice. Vice being made from Vice, and Revi being Iki.
And the other thing I was going to say is that one thing though that they like just watching people actually die in this show, with like the lady getting the Vice stamp that killed her,
and Tamaki's best childhood friend died when they finally had a moment to talk. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm dead.
Smile.
That was the worst day to hear smile.
We heard it an awful lot, but that was the most dramatic one of the day.
That was like the most tragic one of the day.
You know, Sakura meeting with the artist formerly known as Julio, I thought she would feel a little bit more torn up that she couldn't stop that tragedy. Though I do appreciate the dread we all feel as soon as we see that stamp in
Oh my god, the moment I saw it, it was like...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's all I thought
Is he
of.
gonna stamp both the friend and the double agent?
Well, okay. Well, that brings up another point. You see
Another monster.
and you're like, where's the Gifu stamp? Did she stamp herself?
The chosen one.
Or is it the friend?
Mm-hmm.
Probably another one of those ladies all in black.
Well, another one of their,
Cultists.
Yes.
But I was like, okay. And the whole cult thing, that bothers me. Not bothers me like, oh my god, it's a bad thing to have in the series, they're not doing well. It bothers me because of how realistic it is.
You target and isolate people who are at the very low point in their lives, make them dependent on you and promise a better future when really you're denying them any of that. Yeah, there have been a lot of cults.
Mm-hmm.
But I will admit, last time we saw this monster design, it was flying past us to be impacted into a wall.
Which was awesome.
So I didn't mind reusing the design there because it didn't last very long. But now we're three for
Now,
three.
there's subtle differences.
How subtle?
The hands are different. And the colors are a bit different on the arms and the tail.
They have tails?
How do you spell Kuga?
With two U's.
How did you find this out?
With a silent F-U. I was distracted by the music.
No, you weren't! It's setting in the song!
I was listening to the music swept up in the melody.
It's setting in the melody!
Well, it says Kuga, not Kuga. Wouldn't you have to emphasize that? Kuga.
No,
Did you not pay attention to anything the Grongi did? Kuga.
Okay, they killed the dog. That's all I
Did you literally stop at the point where they killed the dog and not continue watching?
I just remember things got really red. And
Anyway.
then it was this morning. Did I miss anything?
Yes! You missed a transmission issue. And you missed a cool PlayStation 5.
Alright,
I missed that. I must have missed it when I brought it up the steps.
But anyway, so we had another fantastic episode that keeps some plot points going on.
That's it. This episode flew by as fast as that last monster when it got blasted.
Yeah, it's like
blink and you'll miss a really awesome impact.
it's like what just happened?
Boom.
Where'd the episode go? It just kind of.
But in all honesty, I agree. When we were in the episode, I was like, okay, something's gonna happen.
Okay,
Something's
well, this
gonna
is
happen.
interesting though,
And then it
also.
happened and it was over. I was like, wait.
So this is another interesting though. This episode flew by, and we didn't actually have that much rider action in it.
I don't know about that. I mean, we had...
Sakura and Aguilero's battle was like 45 seconds long.
But it was cool.
But Vice and Revy were only transformed for maybe a minute and a half of actual screen time.
But it was a good fight.
And not Hiromi.
Daiji
was only
Live.
transformed for like 20 seconds.
His was the weakest, but he had the Jackal transformation, which was spice things up a little. So, yes, we had less, but it was of greater impact.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it was kind of remind me of Kuga in that there wasn't that much rider action, but the episode was so intriguing.
How many U's are in a Kuga?
5.
Oh, Kuga.
It's like Car Ranger. Car Ranger.
Are there like 30 R's?
Yes, the actual roll. The Carranger.
Oh yeah, we did this earlier today where we had to figure out if we could roll R's and whistle.
Yeah, we talk about our tongues and the Donner Party. We are an odd group of discussion. Yes! 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 I have succeeded!
Oh my god, that was awesome! I have actually never seen anybody truly do a spit take in person.
I feel like a god!
Oh my god, Eddie, you're bleeding!
You're bleeding?
You're bleeding!
Oh my god! Wow! My spit take has drawn blood!
Oh my god! I know I shouldn't be laughing, but oh my god.
Have you been harmed in a review with Silver Quill? Call the number at the bottom of your screen and we'll get you the justice you deserve. We'd like to note that there is no number at the bottom of the screen. There is no justice here. Oh my god! I got a friend to spit take and a nosebleed. I am so awesome. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to top this now.
I don't know if you can top that, and I don't know if you should, for health reasons, try to top this.
I don't know. I feel like I get a vein to throb in his head.
Yeah, but that could be a sign of an aneurysm, so...
What's up?
Well, yeah, I don't know if I can top this. I don't know if I can top this.
I'm fine.
Are you sure? How we doing up there? Lean your head back.
COVID.
No, it's not COVID.
It's not COVID, but let me see your schnoz. Let me see. Flare them nostrils for me.
No, okay. That was like the worst timing night.
That was the best timing. Oh, I'm so happy.
All right. So,
So, Donner Party and tongues.
you know, I'm gonna get that Gifu Vice stamp and just get rid of you two.
Hey!
Depends on where you...
I'm married to you!
Exactly.
Wait, that would make you Gifu.
Yeah.
You're Aguilera. Who am I? Julio or Ortega?
You're that dude that had no face that just died in...
You can't see me.
Okay.
I'm Peacemaker.
Any final thoughts since you were interrupted?
No, I've lost all my momentum for this video at this point. So...
You do have to make the spit take the screenshot.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That was like hilarious.
This is my triumph. I must clip this onto my channel. My triumph.
But the episode was great. His bleeding all over was
I'm
not.
getting blood on the couch, did I?
I didn't see any blood on the couch.
Alright.
Ooh, we can make it into a murder scene. Who done it?
But yeah,
You done it.
It was me.
I thought the episode was just as great as the others. At the same time, I was like, God damn it, why don't we have like 10 more episodes to watch right now?
See, we were behind because one subtitle group was so diligent they translated the text taking place during the transformations, but that put them way behind the episode.
Actually, they never
started over?
I guess something happened that they didn't...
Okay, they called it good.
I don't know if maybe they felt because they were so far... He felt he was so far behind there was no point even bothering at that point.
I don't know. I would just pick up on the most recent episode and give yourself some slack.
But
I do wish we could have heard the dialogue or read the dialogue for the mother and Vice arguing. Mm-hmm. But I'll take that sacrifice to have a steady progression of what is a very enjoyable show. But not as enjoyable as reviewing it, apparently.
But yeah, alright, so click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube has you clicking on this for us. You can support me on Patreon at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Kaiju no Kami. Website is creativitybydesignllc.com, and there is Kaiju no Kami merchandise.
And you can find MLP Silver Quill on Twitter, DeviantArt, and YouTube. I'm also going to start hashtag Kaiju Spit Take. See what we can get rolling here.
And just so you're aware, he is actually fine. He is not of any health concern, so you don't have to worry about the bleeding.
Well, that was just...
His nostrils get very dry in the winter.
Oh, it's Colorado. Nostrils are like...
Okay, we don't need to get into like that. Bye, everyone.
Whatever.
Bye.
But yeah.